What's up YouTube, this is Ivy Redemption, bringing you the second installment of the VictoryLog. This one we're going to be focusing on Battlefield 3 because that is the game of the moment right now, and it's going to be a whole lot more informational because I am running off of a script, so it's going to be a whole lot more, arranged than the previous VictoryLog, okay? So, we'll get straight into it. After the release of the Battlefield 3 beta, fans of the long-running series were no doubt buzzing about the arrival of EA's new first-person shooter epic, Battlefield 3. I know that after playing the beta myself, I was excited, and I'm not even a serious fan of the game. I will be honest, in my opinion, however, that Battlefield Bad Company 2, the previous game, had a few problems with it, but all of those have been fixed with interest. A little fact to those that haven't brought the game yet is that this is the 11th installment of Battlefield, and is a direct sequel to the 2005 edition Battlefield 2, hence, Battlefield 3. Like most games of this action FPS genre, the player will see themselves playing a US Marine Corps soldier in the very near future, 2014, set in the Middle East, pitted against rebel forces and other militia, stuff like that. However, in this installment, players will see themselves engage combat in cities such as Paris, New York, and Sarajevo in Bosnia. I'm not going to go into discussing the story mode at the moment, as I obviously don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't actually bought the game yet. I'm not sure how risky it is to say this, but after viewing a few of the single player trailers myself and playing the beta, I have realised how Battlefield has adopted a more Call of Duty kind of feel to it. At the moment, before the release of Modern Warfare 3, I will say that Battlefield 3 is way more advanced than anything we've seen so far from the Call of Duty franchise, especially when it comes to the online multiplayer, which I will discuss shortly. Along with this new game does come a new game engine, in this case Frostbite 2. This engine has immensely upgraded gameplay in several different ways, ranging from, the way a building can be systematically destroyed to how the screen shakes and blurs and bullets are zipping past in combat. Also, a new type of character animation has been used called Ant, which has given the in-game AI a lot more, it's a much more realistic image. They will perform actions, such as ducking into cover effectively, turning their head before they turn their body, which obviously, every human does, dragging down comrades to cover and mounting weapons on almost any surface, any terrain, anything like that. I'm sure anyone watching this will have played the beta, and if you haven't, then it is kind of too late, because they closed the beta a couple of weeks ago because of the release. The beta or demo was actually an amazing release. It was compatible with up to 24 players, as is usual with the Battlefield multiplayer. You got a full size map, set in Paris called Metro. You had full access to leveling up and unlocking features and weapons and attachments and all kind of things like that. The only letdown was the inexistence of vehicles, which would have been the icing on the cake. However, we did learn a huge amount from the beta, which has all remained true into the full game. The multiplayer, as I said before, dwarfs anything currently available from the Call of Duty series in many ways. The weapons have been created on a more in-depth scale with attachments never seen before, such as a tactical torch, a laser, a fully operatable bipod on light machine guns. You can change fire modes as before, single shot, burst fire, full auto, stuff like that. Which is pretty cool. I mean, I wish they'd have something like that in Call of Duty, but we never know. Classes can now be fully customized as long as you keep within the preset area, such as recon, engineer, stuff like that. And like the Bad Company games before, there are various tools for each class, such as a blowtorch, medical kit, ammo boxes, etc., which also enable you to assist your team immensely and receive points and XP for doing so. The weapon list has taken a serious kick in the arse too. It's been upgraded to feature some of the gamer's more preferred weapons, such as the M16, the UMP, SCAR, and much more, much more. Each weapon is compatible with 10 different attachments. This, of course, on top of all the secondaries, equipment, vehicles, etc. It's crazy. Also available this time around are, perks such as ammo, sprint, flak, etc., which give the player a boost in whichever area relates to the name. Further in this already impressive list of accolades is the arrival of jets. Being able to dogfight above the map whilst tanks are raging around beneath you is an amazing addition, and the physics do not fail to disappoint. In my opinion, this multiplayer is at the moment the best multiplayer available, specifically in its genre. That being said, I think I've made my point and stuff like that. I've said what I wanted to say, so I'm going to bring this video to a close now, as I'm sure you're itching to either get out there and play the game or even buy it. I myself am going to wait for Modern Warfare 3, Obviously. I've been Ivy Redemption, you've been an Easy View, and, I'm sure you'd like to leave a like and a subscription, maybe even a comment. you know, watch out for the next VictoryLog 2, guys, where I'm going to be discussing the release of Modern Warfare 3, maybe before, after, or on. So there might even be gameplay, you know, my gameplay, stuff like that. So yeah, thanks, guys.